and welcome to Day Home Divas. I'm Joanne,
I'm Cash.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Anissa.
and this episode we are going to continue our look into the history of some of the popular nursery rhymes.
Dr. Foster went to a Gloucester in a shower of rain. He stepped in a puddle right up to his middle and never went there again.
I'm impressed that you said Gloucester right because so many people call it Gloucester. Yeah, you nailed it. Although first published in 1844, the origins of this rhyme may date back more than 700 years to the time of King Edward I. Edward was known by several nicknames. A powerful man over 6 feet tall, he was often referred to as Longshanks, but he was also recognized as a clever and learned man and hence earned the title Dr. Foster. The origins of the Foster are lost in time. Not a great fan of the Welsh. No doubt Edward was visiting Gloucester due to the town's strategic position at a major crossing of the River Severn into Wales. The story goes that the king arrived during a storm and mistaking a shallow puddle for a deep ditch, steered his horse in that direction. Both horse and rider became trapped in the mire and had to be hauled out. Infuriated and no doubt embarrassed by the humiliation, he vowed never return to the town. What a little bitch. Like, seriously, I got stuck in the mud. I'm never coming to visit you again. The whole town is probably like, thank God. Stay away, you miserable. Right? Like, dude, you drowned in a puddle. Get over yourself.
We're going to make a fairy tale about him.
Right? I have to say, as much as I used to sing that song all the time, I am so disappointed with the story behind that one.
I've never even heard that one before.
Me neither.
Oh, really?
No.
I'm guessing most of these originated in Europe, right? So probably in England, and then some traveled over, and then maybe some you guys were like, I don't know how to say that. Sounds so you just didn't sing it.
Right. Just kind of try and alter it so it rhymes.
Right? It was probably with your Canadian accents, Gloucester. That's
I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
I mean, it's somewhere in Wales. So they probably got lots of sheep. Okay. Sorry, Welsh people.
Oops.
I still love you.
Georgie Porgy, pudding and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, Georgie Porgy ran away.
It is thought that the Georgie Porgy in question was actually the Prince Regent, later George IV, a tad on the tubby side. George weighed in at more than 17.5 stone, which is 245 pounds, with a waist of 50 inches. Georgie Porgy pudding and pie, and as such, he became a constant source of ridicule in the popular press of the time. Despite his large size, George had also established for himself a rather poor reputation for his lusty romps with the fairer sex that involved several mistresses, leaving a string of illegitimate children. When he was 23, he fell in love with the beautiful Maria Ann Fitzherbert. He was so besotted with her that he persuaded her to go through with a secret marriage. The marriage would never have been allowed as Maria was both a commoner, but much, much worse. She was a Roman Catholic. George later went on to marry Catherine of Brunswick, whom he despised so much that he even had her banned from his coronation. And so George had made both the women in his life miserable, kissed the girls and made them cry. George was well known for his foppish behavior and had apparently been at the rear of the class when badges for courage and bravery were handed out. That said, he did enjoy watching other people display these attributes. George was a great fan of bare-knuckled boxing. During one of the illegal prize fights that George attended, a boxer was knocked to the floor and subsequently died of his injuries. Frightened of being implicated, the prince made a very quick exit from the scene. When the boys came out to play, Georgie Porgy ran away. I don't want to be Georgie Porgy.
Right?
Lord.
I mean, this chubby little dude, he's got all these women around him. I don't know. He seemed to have it pretty good.
He did, but he wasn't very nice.
He wasn't. Most men back then were dicks anyway, right? Like they were all mean assholes that treated women like crap. I do like pie though.
See, there he gets you.
Yeah, he would lure me with pie for sure.
So funny. Anybody would lure me with pie too.
Right? Oh, and like with custard, like warm apple pie with custard.
The weight of my heart is through my belly.
It sure is for me. I just had to brush my teeth so I would stop snacking on chocolate-covered raisins.
Ladybird, fly away home. Your house is on fire and your children all gone. All except one, and that's little Anne, and she crept under the warming pan.
There are two theories of what this nursery rhyme is about. The first being the 16th century Catholics in Protestant England and the priests who were burned at the stake for their beliefs. The second, and the not so dark theory, is in medieval England, farmers would set torches to the old hop used in flavoring beer. Vines after the harvest in order to clear the fields for the next planting. Farmers knew of the ladybird's value in reducing the level of pests in their crops. It was traditional for them to cry out the rhyme before they burnt their fields following harvests. This reduced the level of insects and pests, in deference to the helpful ladybird. It was sung as a warning to the ladybirds that were still crawling on the vines in search of aphids. The ladybird's children, larvae, could get away from the flames, but the pupa, referred to as Nan in some versions, were fastened to the plants, and this could not escape. Pupa are the larvae when they have formed a cocoon and are changing into adults.
Did you check out the link that I sent you?
Of that song? Yeah.
Check out how cool and creepy it is.
Yeah, it was so creepy. It says something about Pennywise in there. So was that for...
They used it in It. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you not? You've seen it, right?
In the clown movie, right?
Yeah.
Pennywise.
That clown movie.
What's it called again?
It. It's called It.
Oh, yeah, It. Right. I'm with it today.
This one is sung to that tune, though. Just so you know.
So, like, oranges and lemons.
No.
Oranges. And lemons.
Oranges and lemons, says the bells of St. Clement's. That, like I said, that's why I sent you the link.
Well, yeah,
I was like that.
It sounded, yeah, okay.
I mean, that one's extra creepy because they're like 6-year-old British kids.
Yeah. Okay, she's gonna sing Oranges and Lemons.
Oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clement's. You owe me 5 farthings, say the bell of St. Martin's. When will you pay me, say the bells of Old Bailey. When I grow rich, say the bells of Shoreditch. When will that be, say the bells of Stepney. I do not know, say the bells of Bow. Here comes a candle to light you to bed. Here comes a candle to light you to bed.
That is not the correct version. It's not how that ends. How did I miss that? Ah, I am so mad. The end is... Hang on, I explain it.
Okay.
I was almost there and I look up and I just see you laughing and I couldn't hold it again.
You got my kid laughing. You got me laughing.
Well, I was so mad. I'm like, that's not the version that makes the whole game and everything not make sense. And then I'm like, how did I put that in? And then right below it is my explanation. Oh my God, so dumb.
Okay, so the ending of Oranges and Lemons that I know is, here comes the candle to light you to bed, and here comes the chopper to chop off your head. Chip, chop, the last man is dead. Oranges and Lemons follows a condemned man en route to his execution. Here comes a chopper to chop off your head, past a slew of famous London churches, St. Clement's, St. Martin's, Old Bailey, Bow, Stepney, and Shoreditch. In 17th century London, most people were Christian, and there was a church on almost every street. Religion had an important impact on most aspects of people's lives, since schools and hospitals were run by the church. Most of London's churches have huge bells, which were rung on special occasions. Throughout the rhyme, we hear the bells of each church speaking to one another as they chime. They aren't actually speaking, of course. The words they say in the rhyme are meant to sound like the unique melody made by the church's bells as they ring. Historians found a song called Oranges and Lemons that dates all the way back to 1665, but we don't know if the lyrics were the same as the ones in the song that we know today. Since then, the children singing the rhyme have changed it and made up their own parts. Some versions were much longer, mentioning as many as 15 churches. We also don't know why the rhyme was written. Perhaps it was a way of Londoners to remember the names of some of the many churches. We would sing this in a large group. 2 people would form an archway with their hands, and everyone else would process through it. At the words chip chop, the people in the arch would start moving their arms up and down as people passed through. Whoever was caught in their arms on the word dead was out and would become part of the archway. This one is extra creepy as it appears in the 2017 chapter 2 of Stephen King's It.
Oh,
It
yeah.
almost sounds like London Bridge, too, how you do London Bridge.
Yeah. So for Oranges and Lemons, though, you would have, can you see my arms?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. So you would kind of go like this along with the song, and then whoever had pissed you off the most, you would like, "Hua!" And then that's when you like chop them and they get stuck in your arms and then they're out. That's how we played anyway. We were very mean about it, but we would try and really like, we're gonna actually chop off your head with our arms. It was ridiculous, but it was way more fun than London Bridge. London Bridge was very gentle and like, I don't know, friendly.
And then would you do it like more people? Like your line got bigger, right?
Yeah, so you'd start with
Okay.
2, like the archway would just be 2 people. And then we actually played this in class. Like this was something our teachers taught us how to play. So it would start with 2 people, and then the entire rest of the class would be the line. And so then you would sing as you're going through. And then when it gets down to like where there's not enough to go through, like when you're singing, they would just continue to go through. And so then when you were down to like 2 or 3 people, they would like run through the arch because they didn't want to get like their head chopped.
Because we played a game like that where you had like more people in a line, but I don't remember the song that we used to play it with.
It might have been this one. I mean, this one's been popular and been around for like years. I'm sure it's been in so many more movies or TV shows, especially horror movies. For sure. I mean, anytime you get usually little British kids, they always make it sound more creepy, right? Like when they're singing. Anytime you hear a kid singing in a dark house.
All right. So we will sing Lucy Locket.
Lucy Locket lost her pocket, Kitty Fisher found it. Not a penny was in there in it, only ribbon round it.
In the 18th century London, prostitution was rife, and one of the most famous courtesans at the time was Catherine Maria Kitty Fisher. Originally a milliner, but after seeing how much more money she could make and how much more fun she could have making it, Kitty decided to make a career change. Aside from her more notable talents, Kitty was also known for her clever and witty conversation and her light-hearted antics, including reporting eating a 1,000-pound banknote on her bread and butter. The second harlot in the rhyme is Lucy Locket, a barmaid at Ye Old Cock Tavern in Fleet Street, London. Lucy Locket had a regular customer, also known as a pocket, who obviously liked her services a little too much, as he quickly ran out of money and was dumped by Lucy. He then turned his attention to Kitty, and hence she found the pocket, and since he was broke, there was not a penny in it. The ribbon refers to the custom among prostitution to keep their banknotes tied to their thigh with a ribbon. So the rhyme is Kitty taunting Lucy for dumping her lover and her taking him on.
What a
Some
little
of these are
perv.
savage.
Right.
All around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought it was all in fun. Pop goes the weasel. A penny for a spool of thread, a penny for a needle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel. Round and round the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey stopped to pull up his socks. Pop goes the weasel. Half a pound of twopenny rice, half a pound of treacle. Mix it up and make it nice. Pop goes the weasel.
This is a very popular music hall song that could be.
Sorry. I was just like, nice job. I'm sorry.
Good job, girlfriend.
I'm sorry. I'm so interrupting. My God.
It's all good. Oh, my friends are silly.
Did I say that right? What is it?
I'm not sure. Tuppenny rice
Yeah,
and
tuppenny
treacle?
and yeah, treacle is fucking delicious.
I've never even heard of that.
So, the closest thing that you guys have it makes me think of if you mixed, it's like the consistency of honey, so it's like really thick, but it tastes like syrup on crack. Like if you double the amount of sugar in like syrup,
Okay.
it's treacle.
So,
It's so good.
can you get it here?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you can get. I'm like now. I just want to go get my treacle. Should I go get it and show you?
Yeah, go get it and
Okay.
show us.
I'll be right back. So this is what the can looks like. Can you see
Oh,
this?
cool.
And
Okay.
it's like old-fashioned looking. Like you've got to get this metal.
Okay, so where do you get it from?
So in the grocery store, and I'm sure it's in like the syrup. Might not be. Do you know like where? Probably don't know where the English section is in your grocery
Yeah, I
store.
do. Yeah, I do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Okay, they'll probably have it in there then.
okay.
But I think it possibly in the syrup. I can't remember where I got it from.
Okay, so how do you eat it? You just dig in with a spoon or you put it
So,
on like a cracker?
You're not supposed to eat it this way. But this is the best way. See how thick this is?
Okay, yeah.
You see the color? It's called golden syrup. It literally looks like gold.
Okay, yeah.
I need to try that.
So do you put it on your pancakes?
So I put it on, I make like traditional English pancakes, which are basically like crepes.
Oh, okay.
So then when it's still cooking, when the pancake's still cooking, you take a spoonful of this and then you put it, like you drop the spoonful on and then you use the back of the spoon and spread it around the pancake. And then you roll the pancakes up
Okay.
and then you eat it like that.
Oh, cool.
They're so good.
All
Don't eat
right.
too much, but with a spoon because your teeth will hurt. It's literally like straight sugar.
Huh.
It's so good.
Well, I'm
I
gonna
don't
have
know
to.
how many calories there are in it. Oh, 50 calories in some type of amount. Maybe a tablespoon.
Well, I'll have to make crepes.
They're so easy. Like I think crepes they're slightly different, but close
It's the
enough.
same idea, right?
Yeah. To make an English pancake, use 3 eggs, 3 tablespoons of flour, and then milk and water to mix. But you want it like thick but still runny. You're welcome.
I like how you say what. What? This very popular music hall song could be heard being performed throughout Victorian London's many theatres. The origins to the lyrics, however, appear to stem from 2 possible sources. One theory has its origins in the same grimy streets as those Victorian music halls, from the packed sweatshops of Shoreditch and Spitalfields that provided Londoners with their clothing. In the textile industry, a spinner's weasel is a device that is used for measuring out a length of yarn. The mechanism makes a popping sound when the correct length has been reached. No doubt, during this highly repetitive and boring work, the spinner's mind would wander to the more mundane, only to be brought back to harsh reality when the weasel went pop. The third verse of the same rhyme perhaps suggests an alternative origin, which is based upon the Londoners' use of Cockney rhyming slang. To pop is a London slang word for pawn. Weasel can be traced to the Cockney rhyming slang of weasel and stout or coat. Even a very poor Victorian Londoner would have had a Sunday best coat or suit that could be pawned when times got hard. Pop goes the weasel, perhaps on cold and damp Monday morning, only to be retrieved on payday. The eagle above refers to the Eagle Tavern, a pub located on the corner of City Road and Shepherdess Walk in the North London district of Hackney. Although the usage of the building has changed over the years, the current Eagle Pub, dating from the early 1900s, proudly sports a plaque outlining its association with the nursery rhyme.
Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41.
This one is awesome.
So I heard that there was a movie actually on this one.
Yes.
Just reading it, though, it's kind of cool that you could take a tour of it, like the Anne Frank house.
Right? The Lizzie Borden Chronicles. There's also one called Lizzie. So, yeah, this one is so cool because it is actually real. It's not some like, we think this is what happened. Tragedy shook the small town of Fall River, Massachusetts on the morning of August 4th, 1892, between 9 a.m. and 11:10 a.m. Abby and Andrew Borden were the victims of a violent axe murder that are thought to have been perpetrated by Andrew's 32-year-old daughter, Lizzie. Her stepmother, Abby, was hit 18 times and Andrew was hit 11. This event later became the basis of a popular yet inaccurate schoolyard rhyme. Although Lizzie was acquitted of the murders, many believed her guilty, and children would sing the rhyme outside her house. The Lizzie Borden house is still standing today in Massachusetts, and you can actually take a tour of the house and stay overnight. I so want to go so bad.
Your accent came out so much.
It
Did
did.
it? Oh my God.
I'm like, why do you even talk like normal? You should just always use your accent. It's so cool.
Yeah, it slips sometimes. Really
It's
bad.
so
Flow.
I love it. It's so cool.
When I go home, I come back and it can take like 1 to 2 years for it to go away. And if I'm around like my family or like my English friends a lot, then, or if I'm watching Coronation Street for too long or any English show really, then it comes out. If I'm hearing too much, it comes out. Yeah.
I love it. It came out a lot in this paragraph.
That's why I stopped, because I'm like, oh, hang on. Like I can hear it, but
it's so cool. I like when you use it.
oh, thanks.
I talk all boring. You talk all cool.
Yeah, this story is so cool. I mean, cool is probably not the appropriate wording, but I mean, she went to trial. Like they arrested her, they took to trial, and she was found not guilty. But I didn't put too much of I didn't want to go into too much details of the story because that could take hours. But yeah, so she was innocent, supposedly, and then everybody thought her guilty. So kids would literally like go to her house. Like, you know how we like did the whole Nicky Nicky Nine Door?
Yeah.
Right? They would do that, but they would sing this rhyme for her to hear. And like if they passed her in the street, they would sing it. So she ended up kind of being reclusive and just hiding away in her house. And then I believe she moved away. I forget that part, but yeah, it's creepy. Creepy.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that movie now.
Me too.
Yeah. Morbid, if you listen to that podcast at all, I think I mentioned them to you, Sophia.
Yeah.
They cover this really well. And they stayed in this house as well,
Oh,
like overnight, and recorded from the house. And I think, and that's why we did it too. See, Morbid, they're actually based in Massachusetts. So this
cool.
is local to them, but I would love to go and stay in this house overnight. You can stay in, like, this is the actual house that they were like murdered in, and there is still like
What do you mean you want to go stay in the house overnight?
Right? I was like, I don't want to stay there the night.
Oh, it would be so
That's
cool.
it.
All the like furniture is still the same. Like it's the exact same everything. It would be so cool. Who's coming with?
Really? I like a good
Come on.
horror story, but I don't want to sleep in one.
Come on, I want to sleep in the room that they were actually.
Oh my God, Joanne.
That would be the coolest thing. Apparently, the newspaper from the day that they were found is still in the house.
Really?
Yeah. So we could like touch the newspaper. And they have like I love this story. Anyway,
All right.
moving on.
Okay, moving on.
This old man, he played knick-knack on my thumb with a knick-knack, patty-whack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played two, he played knick-knack on my shoe with a knick-knack, patty-whack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played three, he played knick-knack on my knee with a knick-knack, patty-whack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played four, he played knick-knack on my door with a knick-knack, patty-whack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played five, he played knick-knack on my hive with a knick-knack, patty-whack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played six, he played knick-knack on my sticks with a knick-knack, patty-whack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played seven. He played knick-knack up in heaven with a knick-knack, patty-whack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played eight. He played knick-knack on my gate with a knick-knack, patty-whack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played nine. He played knick-knack on my spine with a knick-knack, patty-whack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. This old man, he played 10. He played knick-knack once again with a knick-knack, patty-whack, give the dog a bone. This old man came rolling home.
Yay! Nice job.
That was a long nursery.
That was long. I forgot that I put all 10 words
You did all
there.
10 of them.
It's just as long as London Bridge was, probably.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that I made sure it wasn't mine.
Right.
According to historians, the modern version of this old man may have been inspired by a pervert who often offered to play the paddywhack to younger passerby in a particular colonial town in Ireland. This old man song could have circulated as a method for the residents of the town to inform them that the old man could have known that they loved him. Additionally, it could have been used to warn kids away from him. This Old Man English Nursery Song was first published in 1906. The song is also a great way for children to learn counting in a fun method. This makes the song a great way to teach nursery school kids rhyming and counting skills. It is imperative to note that the origin of this Old Man language can be traced to Wales in the 1870s. In Wales, this Old Man nursery rhyme was fairly established before it was adopted in other nations. However, it is believed that the original version was not published until 1930s. The version, which is familiar to most people, was only published in 1906.
Again, another perv.
Kind
Yeah,
of
I was
like the
gonna
mustard
Really?
man.
Yeah. Inspired by a pervert who often offered to play the patio act to younger passersby.
Right?
And then it goes on to say, and been used, have been used to warn kids away from him. And then it goes, it's a great way to teach nursery school kids rhyming. I'm like, what?
Kids, this is how you stay away from pervy old men. Get it? This old man. Like, what?
Yeah, that was
You
funny.
know, we sang this as a kid all the time, right? Like, again, maybe it's just, I swear, you guys are gonna have to like come up with some traditional Canadian nursery rhymes.
I do know that one.
Okay, good. Like someone other than me, right? Right?
I know
I'm either
that one.
really old or but we sang it all the time. It never would have dawned on me. But even as it was being sung this time, I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound good. Like,
Right? All right. So
this one's worse.
yeah, I can see that. When she first read it, she was like, "Whoa!" Like it's okay, it's okay. Just sing it. Okay, rub-a-dub-dub.
Hey, rub-a-dub-ho, rub-a-dub, three maids in the tub. And who do you think were there? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, and all of them gone to the fair.
It's a cute rhyme about a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker, but it's more than what it seems. According to some, the maid is the one who was in the tub, and it references a really old school peep show where men would pay to see women bathe in a tub. Others think this to mean the butcher, baker, and candlestick maker were spying on a woman bathing in a tub without her consent. Both options are creepy.
I mean, now it would just be called OnlyFans.
Right? Yep. Yep.
I don't remember ever having the like, hey, rub-a-dub-dub, ho! Like, I don't remember that part.
Well,
I just remember.
I think I know rub-a-dub-dub. I always thought it was rub-a-dub-dub, two men in a tub.
I thought it was three men in a tub.
I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Rub-a-dubs,
Yeah, I thought it was,
a tub.
yeah, rub-a-dub-dub, three men in a tub, and who do you think they were? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. But I don't remember the last line. Maybe.
I only remember rub-a-dub-dub. Oh, I do.
Grandma taught this one to me.
It's so funny. Which one?
That one.
Oh, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she probably knows how it goes.
Rub-a-dub-dub, three men in a tub. That's what she taught me.
I always say rub-a-dub-dub, three men in a tub, eating their curds on way. Long game of time. I can't.
That's Little Miss Muffet.
I just go like way off.
What does that mean? What is that?
Little Miss Muffet, right? Sat on a tuffet,
Muffet.
eating her curds
Yeah.
and whey.
Yeah, that's Little Miss Muffet. So I
Yeah.
go from like one straight into it's. I don't know. I just always have that in my head. Okay. Oh, all right. The Muffin Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane? Yes, I know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Yes, I know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane.
Although I do think the Shrek version is way more funny.
Way more fun. Way more fun.
My husband and my son do it all the time. They'll be like, do you know the Muffin Man? And then one of them will shout from like across the room, the Muffin Man! It so kills me every time. Oh my God. Anyway.
Love that.
So, the White Hart was stood proudly on the corner of Drury Lane. The High Holborn of centuries, the Old Bailey archives, reveals this corner to be the first and oldest licensed premise in London in 1216. In the 13th century, the area known as St. Giles was a prosperous village noted for its inns and house of entertainment. The surrounding marshland had been partly drained and turned. Why are you laughing? What's going on?
Because your accent's coming out again. We look at each other like, there it is. No, I like it. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I'm like, am I speaking in tongue? What is going on? Okay. The surrounding marshlands had been partly drained and turned over to pasture. The parish of St. Giles, which you can still visit today, has stood since 1222. The White Hart Public House has been the name of pubs on the site since the 15th century and was legendary watering hole for London's notorious highwaymen and rogues. Between 1589 and 1598, Frederick Thomas Linwood, also known as the infamous Muffin Man, was reportedly living on Drury Lane. The story goes that Linwood killed as many as 15 children by luring them into dark alleys with a muffin tied on a string. He was also said to have killed 7 rival pastry chefs with a sharpened wooden spoon. Whilst it's accepted the origins of the Muffin Man story is now most likely an urban myth. Who doesn't love a good old 16th century British horror story? The truth is, the rhyme was first written down in 1820, and you guessed it, it's about a Muffin Man working on Drury Lane, found in London's West End. Some Victorians worked 12 hours a day with only Sundays off, which didn't leave much time for cooking. Few had kitchens and cooked on open fireplaces, which was hot and smoky. Many people chose to buy food from street sellers instead, and the Muffin Man was just one of these selling cheap muffins and crumpets. God, I love crumpets. That's so good. I bet you could put treacle on crumpets. Oh, I'm gonna have to get some and try that. That sounds so good. Anyway, healthy meals were expensive, so many families relied on bulky foods like bread to fill them up. Other sellers sold fried fish, soup, baked potatoes, and pies. Yum. The muffins in the rhyme are a bit like modern English muffins, a type of bread, and not the fluffy cakes. Yeah, I did not know what a muffin was when we first moved here. An English muffin was not like it's not the same. So I just thought they were all like we call them buns, not cupcakes. So that's what I thought they were. I'm like, oh, yummy buns, but there's no icing on it. And they're like, it's a muffin. I'm like, oh, sorry. Anyway, so the Muffin Man bought muffins and crumpets from a local baker and sold them on for a profit of half a penny each. These sellers would ring the loud bell to attract the attention of people in the streets. A man called Henry Mayhew traveled around London documenting all of the different jobs people had, and he said that most muffin men were either young sons of bakers or elderly former bakers. I prefer the first version.
Well, in the first one, I had an 8-year-old that told me about it too, except he said that it was a guy that sold muffins out of his truck or the back of his car or something that lured kids into there and snatched them up and took them.
Yeah. I mean, even that's better than the boring second person. The nice, friendly, all about food version. I prefer the murdery one. Although a good crumpet man. Again, I would be lured away by a pie over crumpet.
Okay, little Polly Flinders.
Little Polly Flinders sat among the cinders, warming her pretty little toes. Her mother came and caught her and whipped her little daughter for spoiling her nice new clothes.
Aw, isn't this a sweet one?
Oh, yeah.
Nowadays, the term Polly Flinders is better known as a defunct children's clothing brand, but long before then, it was better known as a nursery rhyme, sung with a slightly sped-up version of the tune for Baba Black Sheep. According to the lyrics, all Polly Flinders wanted to do was warm her feet. Sorry, pretty little toes, which is disturbing. Next to some burning cinders. But due to messing up her clothes, her mother was slightly annoyed, but acted rationally, right? Nope, she just whipped Flinders, which is a massive escalation. The moral was meant to be a message for girls to look after their clothes or face over-the-top punishment, apparently. It's weird how this song wasn't super popular. It also seems like a poor choice for a children's clothing line.
I mean, it does. It sounds like a terrible name for the line. But I also feel I am going to defend this poor mom here for a second because what I think the person that is explaining how it was so awful of this mom does not understand. It's that shit was so expensive back then, way back then, right? And she had like this new little dress and warming her feet by the fire, it's not the same as like your electric fireplace. This was like a hole in the wall with burning things, like they're actually on fire. So there was like all this soot that came out, right? Like the homes back in England, like 17th, 16th, 17th, whatever century, they were covered like we get dust, they had soot. So this little girl's dress was probably all black, like all blackened from the soot from the fire. So her mom's like, bitch, what did you do to your dress? Like, I don't think it's as simple as she got her dress dirty, right? I mean, it was way back when, so it absolutely could have just been she got her dress dirty. But I feel like let's defend this mom a little.
Oh, it's so funny.
Not saying she should have beat her.
Right. No.
She probably spent her last like eighpenny, or like tuppence.
Never even heard of them.
No, what? You have to have heard of a tuppence. Come on.
No,
have you watched Mary Poppins?
No, not at all.
Have you watched Mary Poppins?
Yes, yeah. I've watched Mary Poppins a million times.
Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, the song. Oh my God. Don't tell me that's been taken out of the song. Too.
We should take a trip together. Yes.
I'm in. Where are we going?
Your homeland.
Yes. I'm in. Yep.
Yes, with you.
Yeah, you can come too. Yeah, no, I feel like the dress probably cost the mom like everything she had. I mean, they did, things back then. I'm not even going to carry on with that thought, but who knows what that mom paid for that dress, right? But yes, terrible name for a clothing line. Although some dark parents that are into all things cool and spooky would have definitely bought their kids' clothes from there.
Definitely.
Yep. I would be like, do you have that in my size, please? Just so I can have the name of that clothing brand. Okay.
All right. Old Mother Hubbard.
Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor dog a bone, but when she got there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none. She went to the baker's to buy him some bread, and when she came back, the poor dog was dead. She went to the joiner's to buy him a coffin, and when she came back, the doggy was laughing. She went to the butcher's to buy him some tripe, and when she came back, he was smoking his pipe. She went to the hatter's to buy him a hat, and when she came back, he was feeding the cat. She went to the barber's to buy him a wig, and when she came back, he was dancing a jig. She went to the tailor's to buy him a coat, and when she came back, he was riding a goat. She went to the cobbler's to buy him some shoes, and when she came back, he was reading the news.
That's so funny, Joanne.
I was gonna say before you even started, I was like, oh, this one's so sad because I like was the part where the dog was dead. I'm like, I this one's sad.
She's
And then
so
I'm like, wait,
sad.
it's funny.
Busting a gut the whole time.
I just can't have this dog. Who does not want this dog? Okay, sorry.
Okay. So Old Mother Hubbard is a weird rhyme to begin with. At word value, it seems to be about a mom who has a dog that died because she had nothing to feed it. And then she came back home and found him laughing. It's bananas and feels like it would have been written by a toddler. But it seems Hubbard was never a mother and wasn't a woman either. Old Mother Hubbard is said to refer to Cardinal Thomas Wolsey and his failure to obtain an annulment from the Pope of King Henry VIII of England's first marriage to Catherine of Aragon. The cupboard represents the Catholic Church, the dog represents King Henry VIII, and the bone, the coveted annulment.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Like, that's super weird.
I have no
Right?
words for that one.
Where's the goat?
Where's the dog?
And the cat? Like, some of these explanations, man.
How does a man become a dog? Like, it represents King Henry VIII. The dog represents King Henry VIII, but that's like weird.
I mean, yeah, dogs are like
You can, like, find a
adorable.
dog and you can represent your dad.
I mean,
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny. Who knows? That one's a weird one.
yeah, these ones are not as dark and creepy as the
Okay.
first ones were pretty dark.
Yeah. Okay, so this one is interesting. Okay. 10 Little Indians. It is hard to read, so she's going to do her best.
10 little Indian boys went out to dine. One choked his little self, and then there were 9. 9 little Indian boys sat up very late. One overslept himself, and then there were 8. 8 little Indian boys traveling in Devon. One said he'd stay there, and then there were 7. 7 little Indian boys chopping up sticks. One chopped himself in halves, and then there were 6. 6 little Indian boys playing with a hive. A bumblebee stung one of them, and then there were 5. 5 little Indian boys going in for law. One got in chancery, and then there were 4. 4 little Indian boys going out to the sea. A red herring swallowed one, and then there were 3. 3 little Indian boys walking in the zoo. A big bear hugged one of them, and there was 2. 2 little Indian boys sitting in the sun. One got frizzled up, and then there was 1. 1 little Indian boy left all alone. He went out and hanged himself, and then there was none.
That's a little morbid.
I mean, this is actually a decent one, finally.
Well, I don't know. They're chopping themselves up and hanging
Right?
themselves.
So it's easy enough to see why this particular nursery rhyme is problematic. Just look at the title. While most of the nursery rhymes listed today are English in origin, this one is distinctly American made. The nursery rhyme dates back to the 19th century and was adapted into a full-length song in 1868 by songwriter Septimus Winter entitled 10 Little Injuns. Another version also switched the word Indian for a racial slur, which I will not say. Regardless of the version you've encountered, it's a racist nursery rhyme that at the very least mocks the intelligence and capabilities of indigenous people, but can equally be seen as a story of genocide. However, during Reconstruction in the 1860s, the proud Confederate states found themselves in a place of subordination, forced to concede their free slave labor. The former citizens of the Confederacy refused to fold their ideology of the inferiority of the freed slaves. A comic song titled 10 Little N-Words circulated through the United States in minstrel shows the children's nursery rhyme books. In keeping with this ideology, it has since been changed again to 10 Little Soldier Boys. I mean, yeah, this one's definitely problematic.
Oh, big time. Yeah, I think she
Yeah.
even felt a little weird reading it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, right? So back when I was like a young girl,
Yeah, me too. But
like, right? Like,
things are
you-
so different now. The kids
yeah,
are raised
yeah,
very differently, right?
for sure. But I mean, none of these nursery rhymes have either a great message or are well written, to be honest. Like, they're just nonsense, problematic nonsense that are just outdated, maybe. Anyway, no, I did read that whole thing. I was just gonna read it again. Damn. Okay, next one.
All right. It's raining, it's pouring.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning.
The nursery rhyme is listed as an example in Andrew Kay's Essential Neurosurgery, a section of the medical book discussing deteriorating conscious state reads, "This is the most important neurological sign, particularly when it develops after a lucid interval. It is essential that the drowsiness that occurs in a patient following head injury is not misinterpreted just as the patient wishing to sleep." In the book, Kay notes the seemingly innocent rhyme is actually a classic description of an extradural hematoma, acute hemorrhage, leading to drowsiness and death. According to patient info, an extradural hematoma is when blood collects in the space between the skull and the outer protective lining, or the dura mater of the brain, occurring because of a head injury. An extradural hematoma is a serious condition that requires emergency treatment, and at times an operation is needed to remove the hematoma. Some conscious symptoms of an extradural hematoma included drowsiness, severe headache, nausea, vomiting, confusion, and speech difficulties. If someone showing these symptoms were to lose consciousness, it could be detrimental. While its catchiness harbors a deadly truth, perhaps its raining, its pouring was a form of an early medical PSA, urging those who suffer head injuries to seek help right away. We're just saying it to the rain.
Right? But this one at least has kind of got a cool history, like that it was created to help recognize head injuries. Like, that's pretty awesome.
I guess hospitals back then, it would make sense, right? You wouldn't have an intercom like you would these days.
Yeah. And I mean, you wouldn't even be able to do like a CAT scan or anything to know that he's got all that going on up there. I wonder if that's where they like drill the hole into the brain to release the pressure. It's that. Sorry. It just made me think of what was that show? Was it 1823? They just did that. Anyway, they like drilled into the guy's brain. There again, another one of those bite down on this belt.
Okay, does anybody know how this one goes?
Yep.
Okay, how does she sing it?
Oh. I was like, of course I do. Seesaw, Marjorie Daw, Johnny shall have a new master. That way.
Okay. Okay, got it?
Yes.
All right. Seesaw, Marjorie Daw.
Seesaw, Marjorie Daw, Johnny shall have a new master. He shall earn but a penny a day. He can't work any faster. Seesaw, Marjorie Daw, sold her bed and lay on a straw, sold her bed and lay upon hay, and Pisky came and carried her away.
On the surface, this short but cheery song seemed to be enjoyed best by kids as they played on a seesaw, going up and down to the tune. But it's speculated that it's actually about child labor. Yep. The second lyric mentions Jackie having a new master. Then the rest talks about his earnings and the struggle to meet the demands of his employer/owner. As for the illustrious Marjorie Daw, she may have been added simply because of the rhyme, but the word daw could also mean someone lazy or an untidy woman. There is also a belief that the tune was created to help the youngsters keep time when working as a two-person Sawyer team. The OPs note that daw means a lazy person, but in Scots it is an untidy woman, a slut, a slattern, and give this variant of Marjorie Daw from Cornwall.
We used to sing it all the time on a seesaw.
Interesting.
I mean, it was a cute song. It definitely sounds different with a Canadian accent versus an English accent. But
Let's hear it with an English accent.
No. I mean, when kids sing it, when I sing it in English accent or not, it'll sound dumb.
Come on.
Really?
Yeah, let's hear that accent in this song.
Okay. Don't look at me.
All right. Okay, we won't look.
You get Harry. Oh, I lost it. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Seesaw, Marjorie Daw, Johnny shall have a new master. He shall earn but a penny a day because he can't work any faster. Seesaw, Marjorie Daw, sold her bed and lay on the straw, sold her bed, lay upon hay, and Pisky came and carried her away.
See, there you go.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. It sounds different when kids sing it.
Yeah.
But the accent definitely, a lot of these sound different. It's actually like the first time I've heard some of them sung with like a Canadian accent. Like, oh, that sounds different. Okay, so every culture seems to enjoy making terrifying children's nursery rhymes or lullabies. So here's 3 from around the world. Now, if you're from Brazil, please do not come at me with my mispronunciation of all these words. This Brazilian lullaby invokes Cuca, a crocodile hag from legends. The idea of parents not being there to protect you, an ox monster, and a boogeyman called Bicho Papeo lurking on the roof. All of the stuff that puts a child right at ease. Hush, little baby, Cuca is coming to get you. Papa went to the fields, Mama went to work. Black-faced op, come grab this child who is scared of grimaces. Boogeyman, get off the roof. Let this child sleep peacefully. What the fuck?
Right? Right?
Sweetie, go to sleep. Okay.
Crazy.
Your Mito Nino. Sorry, Spanish folks out there. This lullaby is sung in Spain and Latin American of various versions. It warns that if you don't go to sleep, a shape-shifting monster called the Coco will eat you up. In some countries, the Coco is substituted with El Lobo, the wolf, which doesn't make it any less scary. So sleep, little one, sleep already, or Coco will come and take you away. Sleep, little one, sleep already, or Coco will come and eat you up. Night-night.
Appropriate. Seems appropriate.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, last one. Bayo Bayushki Bayo. This one's from Russia. In Russia, it's a wolf that's going to get you off the edge of your bed and drag you off into the woods. Children. Little children. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Don't lie too close to the edge of the bed, or little gray wolf will come and grab you by the flank, drag you into the woods underneath the willow root.
That is crazy.
Can you imagine? You're got your little baby, you're rocking your little sweet baby angel in your arms. The little wolf's gonna come drag you into the woods. Oh, those are brilliant.
That's crazy.
I have to say, other countries do it better.
Way better.
Right?
We coddle our kids way too much.
Yeah. It did say that these are all still sung today. Like they're not old-timey ones that are like they are old-timey, but they're not like what we do where we go, "Oh no, that's too scary.
Right.
Let's do something different." They just like, yep, you little shit, go to sleep, I guess. Right. Go to sleep or the wolf's gonna come and eat you.
That's a good one.
Right? See, we should write nursery.
Right, we should.
Okay. Well, on that note, that's it for Day Home Divas this week.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Day Home Divas, on TikTok at Day Home Divas, and join our Facebook group, Day Home Divas.
If anyone has any topics you want us to cover, or if you have any questions or suggestions, you can email us at dayhomedivas@gmail.com.
Yes.
Did I say something wrong?
No, catch it.
Oh, what did she
say?
What did she say? What did she say? I didn't catch it.
Me neither. And I said it.
You said, or join our face group. Instead of Facebook.
Okay, I'll repeat it. It's been a long day, okay? These 8-year-olds are killing me today.
I love it. You can even leave it in. It's great.
Yeah, just leave it in. That's a good one. I'd leave it in.
Sorry, I tried to keep that in. I was like, I'm not going to say nothing. We would also appreciate it if you could rate and review us on whatever platform you're listening on. It really helps the podcast move up on their charts so it gets more exposure. Hope you join us again next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.